Okay, guys, I hope you can hear me. Um, I'm gonna make a very short live today, approximately 20 minutes. And during this live, I intend to talk a bit about the posture. So, yeah, this is what I intend to talk during this live, and I hope you can take your time to learn a little more about the importance of good posture for the drawing. Before I start my drawing, I'd like to present myself. My name is Leo. I am Brazilian and I live in the UK. Here I work with anatomy illustration, and I also teach anatomy at the medical department of the university where I work here in the UK. Now, if you have a look at some of my videos here on my YouTube, you find that uh, 2 days, 3 days ago, I uploaded a video about the breathing and the breathing and drawing. How important the the breathing can be for artists, illustrators, and it was in my opinion, a quite interesting video. But of course, this is my opinion. Today, I'm gonna talk about the relation of posture with the drawing. And when people think about improving their drawing, this video, chilling, most of us, we usually we collapse slightly towards the page when we start drawing. I'm not talking about any specific group. I'm talking about general people, even me, even myself. I usually lean forward. Hi, Lira. So it's almost like we are trying to get closer to drawing by shrinking into it, by connecting to the drawing. I'm not sure if you have this feeling when you draw. I'm I do this a lot, and I usually have to take a time to pay attention to my position. Do you do this? If you do, it's important to understand that the position comes with a cost. So when your posture collapses, as I mentioned before, your breathing becomes strict. If I ask you to keep a up straight position now without the need to stand up, you will notice that you will free up the space for your lungs at the front of your chest. And this will help not only your lungs, but will also help the blood flow. The chest usually compresses the diaphragm, doesn't move freely, and what will happen is your breath become will become shallow. Okay, and as I talked before during my breathing video, breathing and drawing are deeply connected. So if you didn't watch the video before, you can have a look. There are a few exercises there. I suggest a few exercises just to make the video more. It's not a dynamic video, but to keep the video more interesting. and practical as well. If you if you are interested in improving other skills other than just improve your technical skills that I'm pretty sure are amazing, take a moment to watch that video that I uploaded 2 weeks, 2 days, 3 days ago. Okay, so posture, remember, isn't just about physical alignment, isn't just about physical alignment. It's about creating the condition for better breathing, and that directly affects the quality of your marks or of your lines. Now, also it's important to understand that I'm not talking about forcing yourself into rigid and uncomfortable perfect posture, uh, because this will not work. Okay, when you keep yourself too rigid, it doesn't work properly. So, for example, if you sit too stiffly, your drawings will become stiff as well. And you don't want this. We are actually looking for a balance, something stable, but also relaxed. You can think of your spine as a supported but not locked structure. Your shoulders, for example, are resting, they are not lifted, and your neck is long. It's almost that you are creating space between your ears and your neck and your shoulders, sorry. And you don't want your shoulders or even your neck collapsing forward. This is something that you want to avoid. Okay. And from this position, your arm can actually move more freely. And this is something a lot of people don't realize. Drawing doesn't come just from the fingers. Well, it will come from the fingers when you work with small strokes. If you only draw from your fingers, your lines will tend to be small, tight, and usually over controlled. But if you see here, when we work with small lines to create like a very small and detailed effects, and then yes, the fingers will have a, a relevant role. But now, if your posture is more open, you can start using your wrist, your elbow, and the whole arm. And suddenly what you notice is that your drawing changes. It takes time, of course, it takes practice, like anything else. To improve, you need to be patient. Thank you guys. If you are not following me, please consider to follow me. Mm, you will watch more of these videos of how to improve body awareness, self-awareness while drawing. I used to say is not a therapy, but can be a therapy. Can be very therapeutic actually. It's not a therapy, but can be very therapeutic. Well, we also have specific courses that teach you how to be a art therapist, but I think that you understand what I'm saying. Where is my pen? I lost my pen. Oh, here. Okay. The other thing that you notice as you change the posture is that your the lines, because it's like when you see someone relaxed, okay, you can see that the person is relaxed. The body talks with you. The lines will become more confident, more fluid, and less hesitant. So as an artist, you notice uh, improvements that are subtle, but you know they are happening. So posture is not about avoid pain, although of course we know that is important. It's also about expanding your range of movement. And you can notice this as I draw. If I slightly keep myself more upright, even my hand will move differently. I can step back visually, and even if I'm still close to the page, uh, I'm still close to the page, but I can see better. I can see the whole drawing more clearly. But when I collapse forward, what will happen is that I also constrict my body, I contract, my vision will narrow, and I focus too much on small details, which makes me lose the overall structure. And I think that with this information, you will also understand that posture also affects the perception. It changes how you actually see your own work, and that is crucial. That is crucial, especially in early stages of a drawing when you need to think about proportion, placement, and structure. And another important point is the endurance. Okay, endurance. Because as you keep drawing, This will demand from your body, demand your energy. So if you hold a good posture, this will also improve your endurance. If your posture is not supporting you, your drawing becomes more, uh, actually, the drawings will make you feel more tired. So I'm basically just working with a fine line and with this ink pen. Let me just grab another one. Okay. Let me just change. While you draw, you might feel a bit of tension in your neck, lower back, and shoulders. And what happens is that this tension builds gradually. And at the beginning, you might not feel anything. But as you keep drawing, it will start to interfere your focus. Currently finishing. So at this point, it's not just about physical discomfort. If your posture is not good, so it becomes more a cognitive distraction as well. And if you start rushing, or you start to, or you stop enjoying the process, this will affect the whole work. So again, good posture is about discipline, but not only about discipline, it's also about sustainability, because allows you to stay longer in the process without fighting with your whole body. And there is something more subtle. The posture affects your mental state. And when you are collapsed and tense, your minds tend to become more critical and more reactive. And you judge your lines more harshly. You hesitated more. So when your posture, on the other hand, is more stable and open, your attention also becomes clear and calmer. and you will be more willing to explore and to make mistakes and to continue. I hope all the things I'm saying make sense, guys, because involves practice. And this is a good way to shapes the relationship with your drawing. And this doesn't mean you need to a perfect setup all the time. Okay. um, you can draw sitting, for example, standing. You can draw even lying down sometimes. And this is the advantage of doing drawing on sketchbooks, because they are very flexible. What matters is the awareness. And you can make questions to yourself, like if you notice when tension starts to build, can you adjust slightly, maybe lift your chest, relax your shoulders, change the angle of the paper. I changed the angle of the paper many times. Again, I'm not using any specific, I'm not working to sell this piece of art. And all these small adjustments will make a big difference, even when you change the angle of your sketchbook. Probably along the next week, I will touch this topic again. I'm gonna talk about posture. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna save this live. Eventually, if you feel that it's something interesting to review, you can have a look at here at the live sessions of my YouTube channel. So I would like to say thank you to everybody who stayed here with me till this point. I hope this live was useful for you, that you could take some good advice. And if you are exploring this journey of drawing, consider to subscribe to my channel, because I'm gonna be sharing a lot of information of how to improve your posture and improve your body awareness while you draw, while you express yourself through lines like this. Okay, I'm gonna finish the live now, guys. Thank you so much. And I hope to see you next time. I will try to stream a little bit every day, 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, I'm heading out now. Thank you so much. And I will see you next time.